Why on earth did I make this restroom 2 stories? What was I thinking? Hello and welcome to a brand new series on the channel. So, in the other series that we have currently going on is a hard mode series that I initially called a challenge mode because it was before the challenge mode actually existed in Planet Coaster 2. This series is going to be the real challenge mode. And actually, I kind of expect it to be a little bit easier than the hard mode videos that I've been working on. That's still going on, but there's a lot of creativity in that one, so that one takes me a little bit more to get episodes out. I'm thinking this series, we should be a little bit more consistent in being able to get it out, because this is going to be all real-time building, so it's going to be slow build. I'm going to be with you every step of the way, and I'm just going to talk through what we're going. But now, the big difference with this one is, being that it is challenge mode, we are only going to do the challenges that the game gives me. We're going to see if we can get a park built to 5 stars with all the research completed by just doing that. So I think that's going to be pretty interesting. I'm not sure what... let's see here. I do kind of like temperate, so let's go with temperate for our biome. We of course are going to be on hard mode. We need a name for the park. So let's see. Temperate. Let's see. Maybe I tend to like Grove because I grew up near Knoebels Grove, but I don't know if that's going to work here. We did have the mostly average park in Planet Coaster 1, and then we also had Matford Park. That was our second park that we ended up doing that ended up not getting completed, and before I lost everything, so that was good. And then let's see here. I'm not sure. I kind of like the idea of keeping Matt in a name, so let's just do something easy here. So Matt View Park. I don't know. Matland Park. That's kind of a weird name. I like it. But as you can see, we've got it on a hard difficulty. Less starting cash, more demanding guests, and a tougher economy. Decreased starting cash, increased guest needs, increased sunburn, increased fair pay for staff, increased guest refunds, and decreased demolished refunds. So let's go ahead, let's start this up, and we'll see what challenges we get here. Now we are going to just build for an hour at a time. So I'm actually going to start the timer now, so this video might be a little more than an hour, and actually, even though I set the timer up beforehand, it defaulted back to 15 minutes. Let me do that again. Alright, so there we go. We got an hour started. We are going to let everything just run. We're not going to be focused on the days or anything like that, so we'll see what happens. So let's see what our first 3 challenges are. So we have to build facilities. So we're going to build an open restroom facility. We're going to build a new coaster, which is going to be extremely difficult considering we only have $7,500, and then build 2 new flat rides. So I was thinking that, maybe we'll just go down the list, but I don't think we're going to be able to do this one right away. So let's build and open a restroom facility. So that's going to be pretty easy. We're just going to need to get some pathing in here. We're going to use our stamp. I kind of like the idea of... I don't want to do asphalt. Let's do brick. That's Yeah, brick's gonna be fine here. Just kind of what the heck is that? Oh, it's a bus. I don't know if I've ever heard that sound in the game. Anyway, back to building what we were building. Yeah, so the path, I don't think that's going to be too outrageous. I don't know why there's that line here, but let's just go ahead and change this over as well. Yeah, I think that's fine. Fortunately, you don't have to pay for paths, so we haven't lost any money yet. We do want to try and keep everything. We need to hide our buildings, so we're gonna have to do some very, very generic builds here, and we don't want to use blueprints. I might use some of my blueprints that I've built, but I don't want to use any in-game ones if I can avoid it. We probably can just throw this here, and that's gonna complete our first objective. So we can just go ahead and claim that right away. So for $200, we've actually made $1,800 in. So that is really, that's a good start here. We, again, do want to try and, we want to keep some things hidden, and this is definitely one of them. We'll use the little wavy plaster things here, just to keep it a little bit nicer. And we probably need a flat roof, not a roof trim yet. I don't know if I like the stucco. I don't hate that. We're not going to focus too much on the coloring at this point. So let's see. Should just be able to throw some of these around here. It's not going to look too great here to start, so just be prepared for that. Oh, and they made it so that it... Oh, I don't know where I put that. Alright, so nothing too outrageous there. That does what we want, I guess. Do we have anything interesting that we could put on top? I'm sure we do, but do I want to search through this? I don't think I do, because we're going to lose a bunch of money if we mess around with that. So, oh, we should at least put a restroom sign on it. Okay. Okay, this is... I don't have a filter on, do I? No. Alright, where's the bathroom? Oh, I bet it's toilet. I kind of feel like this is a good one. And then we'll just rotate this up, give it a little twist. I do want it to be blue because... Actually, I think it's the other way around. So let's do like a off-white. Off-white, and then blue. There we go. So far, if people are in the park, they can enjoy the toilets. Fantastic. Alright, now, We haven't gotten another one yet. So we are going to be building 2 new flat rides. So let's get out of our toilet thing here. And let's see what kind of flat rides we can build here. We want to make sure that we save money. In the other series, we built the upswing, and we built the hyperspin, which right there it is. Okay. And then we also eventually brought in the Iron Claw, the Monte Leon, the Helter Skelter, and then the teacup. So maybe this series will do something a little different. That is extremely expensive. The buoyancy, I think, is just a kind of silly. The Charoplane, the Flying Theater, that is a really cool thing. Gale Force, which is unique. Maybe we do just the generic carousel here. And the scissor. Yeah, we have enough to do both of those. I do realize they're both spinning rides, but I think that would be fine. And I think it gets us at least a little bit of something. So let's go ahead and we're gonna build the scissor first. Let's see, how do we want to do this? If we put it, let's rotate it a little bit like that. We'll put one entrance over here and one exit, and the exit over there. We do have to be aware of our power situation. Do we want to deal with brick? I don't think we do. We can... Ooh, I don't know how I want to do this. I'd really like just to be able to... get this around here, but I don't think that's going to work. What if we just bring it out a little bit? No, I don't think that's going to work either. Let's try this way then. Might be the best that we get. So we will live with that. And we'll just kind of connect that there. So that's good. We probably are going to need to put the railings on this, but we'll see how that turns out. I don't want the queue. I want the regular path. Do we want to keep that? No, I think we're gonna... Whoa, holy cow, that's huge. Perfect. So let's go ahead and we'll start testing that now. This is what I did in the other series where we just took our bathroom and we put a distributor behind it to hide it, because if you don't, it kills the scenery rating. So we're gonna do that again here. Distributor. Do we wanna... Okay. Ooh, he sticks out. Interesting. We'll have to, do we do something a little crazy like that? I kind of feel like we do. And we can just duplicate this. throw it on top. And actually, what we'll do... We're going to rotate that so it's not sticking out. And then we also need to connect it to our entrance, and then all of a sudden we have a ride that that we can get open here, which is really good to get this. I think this is done, so let's do a little ohm. Okay, that's interesting. We're gonna wait for a full load. Minimum wait time, we'll do 30. Maximum, we'll do 150. I'm pretty okay with that. We are going to change the colors on this. Actually, I feel like that needs to be white. Purple. Yeah, blue's good there. What is... Yeah, I like the white. The carriage area. We can probably... Yeah, let's keep this like a red. Frame area. We're gonna go blue. Let's see. I kind of like... the King Coaster. Because then we're going to make this white and it'll pop out a little bit better, so that should be fine. Frame area 2. No, I kind of like the blue. I don't know... I don't know what we're changing here. But we're going to leave it as that, like, blocked fade type of thing. Frame area 3. Blue's fine. I actually kind of like the thing that they have going on here. And then frame area 4. Oh, in the middle. Okay. That I think can be blue. Okay. I see what we're changing now. Let's see. Feel like we need some white in there instead. And I do actually kind of like that one. So let's go with white there. So that's good. I see where this is now. I kind of like just the solid blue there. What if we went... Yeah, that's... Yeah. I don't know if I want the... Ooh. That's interesting. Or, you know, just having that. That's not terrible either. But I think we'll actually just leave it at the blue. So that should hopefully get us something here. Yeah. Dynamic pricing is good. Let's go ahead and get this open so people can actually start getting getting onto this thing so we can start making some money. We are going to change our path here. I'm not hitting the right things at this point. Okay, we need this. The queue path, we are fine with what that is. We're going to add curbs. We are going to add railings. And the painted metal railings, I think, is what we're going to do. I did not want to change it to that. There we go. Just gonna bring this around. Okay. And then I want to say that we need it to be this. Add railings, painted metal. Oh, I didn't want to get those. I did not want to get those. Oh, we got a little graphical glitch here. That's interesting. Well, apparently we have a bus coming in. Bunch of people. That'll be an easy one to change, so we won't worry about that. Perfect. Okay, and then copy this existing texture. Yeah, no, actually, we do not want the railing on those. So, perfect. Yeah, I think that's good. Hopefully, we'll start making some money with this thing. I think we should, because it should hold quite a few people and it should load fairly quick. And then we got our weird looking restroom that I decided to make 2 stories for whatever reason. We'll obviously change that and make it look way better than what it does currently. In fact, I don't even know why I made that. Let's change that. Let's get that out of here. That looks so weird. Okay. Less weird looking building that we've got there. So we have our railings in here. We have our first ride. Let's take a look at our second ride. We'll come back to getting our next ride in, or to adding a little bit of theming here in a second. Pretty standard placement for a carousel, I think, right in the middle of the walkway. We can probably scoot this down a little bit. Keep the operator off to the side. And we probably want the entrance to be there, the exit to be there. Now we gotta figure out how we're gonna install this queue. That's perfect. Oh, we're still changing it. Okay. Alright, so maybe... I don't think we did that very well. Maybe about there. Nothing too outrageous. Throw our connecting piece in there. And then our regular queue, we don't want that on. We can still add the curbs. I think that's fine. We can just leave that. So this can now get going. Let's take a look at the colors here. So again, I don't want to do like a whole red, white, and blue theme for everything. I do think we're gonna keep some yellow, maybe a little bit more. Whoa. Carriage area. I do think white's a pretty important piece of a carousel. The gold, maybe more of a brownish color for that part. I do think red is a good color. Green's also something. Oh, I don't like the green though. That looks disgusting. Blue honestly doesn't look too terrible. Dark blue, I like that. Let's see. The tails of the horses. That maybe we'll do like our own little custom. Yeah, I like that color. Alright, frame area 1. This is where it's going to start to get a little more interesting. I do like the blue in that area. Frame area 2. Let's try and get... Ooh, yeah, okay. I want it to be like kind of a weird... Whoa, that's way too much. Red does not work. What about white? White would be interesting. Maybe we need to go with it a little bit darker, because I think that was a bit too much. And then this last blue, let's turn it green just to understand what we've got. Honestly, white. I don't hate white there either. And we'll just leave it as like a little grand carousel. So I think that's good. We're gonna hopefully get full load. We'll do 30, and then this one might be a little more. So let's try 200 here. We'll go ahead and open that up. Hopefully that will draw some more people in. We're down to 2,000. Just over, just under $3,000, but we have completed another challenge. We will come back to the coaster. Clearly, we don't have enough money for that. We need to hire one mechanic. So let's go ahead and take care of that. That's going to complete yet another objective. Gets us up to $6,800. And yeah, the park is existing. We don't have a whole lot of people. The carousel clearly not bringing in the people that we were hoping, which kind of makes me feel like we're going to need to modify this probably to a quarter. This one can probably get brought down to a quarter as well, because we're just not going to have we're not going to have enough people to get a full ride on everything here. So at least we do have some people getting in line there. Let's go ahead. We're going to start tidying up some of this just to make it a little bit cleaner. Let's see how that was not the button that I wanted. There we go. Yeah, so we're gonna so it's still doubling. It is. We'll address that. We will figure out how to make that not do that. I think there is probably a fairly simple way to do it. It's just I have to figure out how. So let's try. Let's go into our path here. Turn the railing off. And if we just pull this around, there we go. I wonder if I can... No, those are attached now. I wonder if I should take the curb off it as well. I feel like that's a good idea. Yeah, that makes it look much cleaner. So we'll just go ahead and do that quick. There we go. Now it all looks much, much nicer. And we are getting some more people into the park. We're not making money, but that's fine. We're waiting to see what new objectives we get here. What are we charging for this? Let's do a little bit of dynamic, and we're actually going to lose money on doing dynamic, so that's great. We still only have the build the coaster, so we'll continue to tidy up our queue lines here. Maybe I went a little too far. A little too much there. There we go. Boy, do I like this tool. It makes just redefining your queues that much easier. That one's going to be a problem. We'll just let that be. All right, let's get back in here. We can take all of that out. And up to there. Now, this side, we need to adjust our path. We do want the railing. We want that. We want the curb. Just to make it look a little bit cleaner. Alright, and then because I screwed up this area, we'll have to turn off the railing there. I'm not sure what color that was. We need to copy existing texture. Okay, now that we have that in our recent, we should be able to make that blend in better. Actually, we can probably do that to this side too. There we go. All right, now we have a new objective. Let's see what it is. Research. Research a special flat ride. Research special flat ride. Ew. Research is going to cost us some money. But that's okay. Let's... I forget. To get to research special flat rides. Special flat rides. 2,400. That's not too bad. All right, so I guess we'll take our building here and just keep expanding this. I know we are going to want, let's see, this one. We'll take this. I didn't mean to do that. We don't need that anymore. I don't think I needed... Oh boy. I don't know what I'm doing here. There we go. That's what we wanted. And then for facilities, now this is going to hire us a mechanic. Which we don't want to do that because we already have one. Maybe. Our mechanic disappeared. Our mechanic respawned completely. Jewel Cool is in there, so we need to get. You know what? We're just gonna. Sorry, you've been fired. Okay, we need to get our mechanic here. We know we just fired Susan Dove. We're in the 10 o'clock time frame. So we need to... Oh. Be a mechanic. Be a mechanic. Please be a mechanic. Break. Oh, you're being a mechanic there. Research. Mechanic. Research. We'll hope that does the job. We're gonna get to that very quick. Many guests are thirsty, but we don't have any objectives to put that in, so we can't really do that. The only thing that I'm really not doing outside of the objectives is I'm gonna add scenery, because I don't know if there's any scenery objectives that it's gonna give us. So and I think we're gonna need to do that. Oh no, I thought you had a break. Did I look at the wrong person, or did I think the wrong way? I did. Break. There you go. That'll do. You now have a break scheduled. Many guests are hungry, many guests are thirsty. Agreed. Yeah, so we'll put in some scenery here at different areas and at different points, just to make the park look and give us an opportunity to make some money here and there. But it's not going to be too crazy. Oh, we got another challenge. Let's see. Hire one janitor. We can do that. We're actually already on that screen. So there we go. Give us another $2,000. We are looking really good here. Okay. I still need to build a coaster, and we need to research a flat ride. We probably need about $20,000 to build. Well, I guess not. Maybe 10,000 without scenery. I do want to have a little bit more. I don't want to just spend all of it. So that's going to be something that we'll have to keep an eye on here. I am trying to save that money while we're waiting for this to go. We are actually getting close to be able to research our flat rides. Special flat rides, $2,400 or 2,400 research points. So that's going to be done here in any moment, because you get research points very quickly here. And the nice thing is, once we have once we have some of this in the park already, we're just going to be able to let that run. So we'll continuously get that. So special flat rides. So we get the bumper cars. So we can claim that reward. So we're really, I think we're doing really well here so far. We are at $10,000. Let's see what kind of coasters we do have. Of course, we're going to build our own. We're not going to use a blueprint coaster. And even if I wanted to use one of my own blueprints, they cost, I think the cheapest one's $53,000 or $63,000. So that's just not going to happen. We have quite a few. This would actually... It's not the most exciting ride, but it's cheap. So we can probably do that here quick. And now, if you're new to my videos, I do like to build with a realistic mindset. Oh, sunburn. That's going to be a problem for our guests. Let's go ahead. Let's see if we can... Let's actually see if we can do this here. My vision is, you know, this is just going to, like, the path is just going to wrap around the carousel and continue on. So we can just build, like, off to the side here and kind of close it in a little bit, because then the park will come around a different way. So let's do it like this. This is going to be a very weird ride. Even for these, I feel like the chain lift probably goes pretty quick. Go down about 4 degrees. Did I turn too much there? I think I did. Actually, no. No, I think that's fine. We want this to have like a little bit of a view from the walk in here. It's not going to be very tall either. All right, we need to move some of these. So let's just plop that there. That here. Move these. I'm doing this strategically, so we do get some of the scenery rating for that. We probably want to just kind of cover that in a little bit. Not sure about these, but you know what? We'll just put those in on the side. Okay, you can see that was actually extremely expensive to put this in so far. So I'm thinking we probably go up to about 45 feet-ish. Okay. And then this is just going to weave around. So it's not going to have any like major drops. It's going to be a very, very boring coaster. But this would be like an iconic coaster that we would have for the park. So we're never going to go like fully back to even here. And honestly, not too bad. We can do some weird little... That's too close. Probably somewhere around there. These rides, I've only ever been on one. They are really sketchy. They, I don't know. The one that I was on was Leap the Dips in Altoona, Pennsylvania, at Lakemont Park. When they, I don't know if they still open that or not or what. I don't think they have opened it. It was like every other year that they were doing it. So I really have no idea if they're still opening it or not. But it was such a weird experience. It's not fast, and it's just really, like, I don't get it. Like, it feels so sketchy. So it's a different type of scared that you would get on this compared to like a roller coaster of today. So, yeah, if they still open it, I would recommend going out and doing it. It is a piece of roller coaster history that is just phenomenal. Yeah, I think I would highly recommend that. Now we are going to make ours a little bit more modern, so we are going to be placing some block breaks here, periodically, and that's just so we can get some capacity out of this thing, and hopefully we'll be able to at least have some excitement here. We should be testing this just to make sure that this is going to work here. Oh, do I have a chain lift there? I do have a chain lift there. We'll have to change that. Honestly, it's booking it. So we might need to bring this up a little. We obviously don't want to, actually this one's probably not the place to do that. We might even want to bank it a little bit. Do like a cool little helix style thing here. Kind of level it out. We can actually probably go up a little bit before we drop back down. And we're out of money. So yeah, so this is this is going to be an interesting. Okay, so just had a little bit of a coughing spell. Had to take a quick sip of my beverage, and we're out of money. So this might have been the wrong decision here. We need to get a park rating of a 1. We need to buy and open a drink shop facility. So I agree. Drink shop, we could not get that one at a better time. Oh, we just put that in a weird spot there. We might have overextended our reach with that coaster. We're gonna do, let's just do $1,000 of loan. And then, of course, we'll do the logical thing and put our drink stall next to the bathrooms. Apparently we have caps lock on. There we go. We can move this. Perfect. Let me select that. That was nice of it. We can also duplicate this, and that's not going to work unless I do it this way. Perfect. This. What? There we go. And let's see what kind of drink stall do we want? Cosmic Cow, Gulpy, Latte. I feel like the juice. Slush Hour. I do like Slush Hour. And So Delightful actually was not a very good one for me. I also do like Gulpy. I don't think Cosmic Cow makes sense here. Let's do Pip Shot. Pip Shot to me is just saying what I think we need it to be. So we get that open. Are we on pause? It was. I did not realize that. And then we need a Pip Shot sign. Holy cow, that's huge. Maybe what we do is we just put that all the way at the top here. Or do we do this much small? I like the much smaller one. Center it a little bit more. And then of course we're going to get the Pip Shot awning because that doesn't fit here whatsoever. But it gives us something there. And people will start to hopefully make us a little bit of money. We have no staff room available. I am aware of that. We shouldn't need to worry about that at the moment. What we need to worry about is finding a way to get our coaster open. So it's time to take out. Oh, we don't want to pay off our loan. Let's do $5,000. Can I just type this in here? All right, so $5,000. We can go back to editing our coaster. We've got a nice little thing going here, and of course we're gonna have to have it continue to come down. Wow, those buses are loud. Holy cow! I don't know how that's coming through on the video, on the recording, but those buses are insane. Okay. So we're actually going to drop this. We will give it another block break. Now, this part is where we might get a little out of what you would normally see for these. Even this is kind of a little bit, because Leap the Dips is actually just a figure 8 that goes over itself a bunch of times. Now, I assume they built it like that to save money. So we're going to just rotate things here. We're going to give it a little bit of a kink going down this last hill. Not last hill, but the most recent hill that we built. And yeah, we don't need a lot going on there. We don't want it to be a crazy turn there. And actually, I don't think we need to have that one going down. Actually, let's straighten this one out a little. Yeah, so I don't think you would see this type of turn on one of these. You're putting a lot of force into the wooden side beam there that's holding it on the track. So, yeah, I don't think you would see that in this type of thing. But this is Planet Coaster. We can do what we want. So, and I also don't think you would see... maybe you would. Like a little hill there, just to make it a little different here. Now, actually what we're going to do is we're going to come through here. We want to have block section there, and then we're going to use the next to an yes. Already has a dual gate station. Okay, so oh god, I'm hitting buttons. Yeah, we don't want... We want to have two stations here. And the reason for that is this is going to be very slow all the way through. So, I don't know if we're going to have enough money, though. That's the wrong station type. There we go. How much is that? That's $4,000. Do we want... Yeah, we're going to commit to it. We are going to commit to it. We're going to increase. Let's do another $5,000. You know what? Let's do $4,900. That sounds like a better number. And we need to edit the coaster. No. We need the exit there. And ooh, that looks a little odd. There we go, and we can just smooth the turn here. Oh my gosh, that's making it worse. Holy cow. You know what? Let's just leave it. This is janky to begin with. These are janky rides to begin with. So that's what we're going to leave it at. And that should be done. So let's go ahead. We do have to make some changes here. No ride photos. We're not going to do that. Not for this. You wouldn't see that here. Let's see. Where? Okay. Lock section. How many trains do we want? At least 3. Let's do... Do we do 5? Let's see what 5 looks like. Well, obviously I have to change the colors on this too, but I want to see... Oh man, that is slow there. I don't know if it's going to make it up that. Oh my gosh, it did. But it did make it up the second one. Okay. Okay. So we need to edit this. We're going to take this whole thing here. Ooh, I don't know if we need to go that high. We're going to take it here. Okay. This might be a little more challenging than I thought. Just smooth. Okay, tracks exceeding limits, so that's not good. Spring. Okay. Yeah, that was what I was trying to do. Okay, let's see. There we go, okay. Still screwing that up. Yeah, I like that that's going down. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, and then that was clearly what I was trying to do. Okay. It's still not enough. It is still not enough. Let's see. How can we get this to go up just a little bit higher? Nope, we can't do it that way. What if we modified the release on the block rate? Release speed, 8. I mean, we can also bring this down, but I'd prefer not to do that if we can avoid it. Maybe we'll just do a little. Might even have to do... I like to click the things that I'm not trying to click. It's maybe one of my best qualities. Get over there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then just make sure that it's going to clear the rest of this. Into the station, and we're good. There we go. So, with that, I don't know if you can hear the timer that I have in the background, but that is going to do it for our first episode. We have so much sound going on here. What in the world? But yeah, we've got our first thing. Oh, I forgot to claim this reward. We'll do that. We'll claim this one in the next episode. Because we haven't technically opened it yet. But I think the park's looking all right. I think we've found a way to get this all to work out. So please let me know if you like this series. If you do, leave a like on the video. If you saw something I could have done better, let me know in the comment section. And if you want to see some more awesome Planet Coaster 2 content, please subscribe to the channel. So again, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Later!